Hi, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Comet Conversation. And two of our goals here in the Amherst School District are to provide high-quality educational opportunities for our students and also to take the steps needed to ensure long-term financial stability. And speaking of financial stability, we are certainly pleased to report at this point in time that our schools are in a good financial position, and assuming there are no further state budget cuts, and assuming we can renew an existing levy in 2017, our schools will be financially stable through at least the 2018-19 school year. And also wanted to highlight a couple of key educational opportunities that our students have had in recent weeks. We are pleased to have with us on today's program Principal Beth Schwartz from Harris Elementary and Assistant Principal Rhonda Neuhoff from Amherst Junior High School. And we'll start with Mrs. Schwartz. Can you please share with us a little bit about the trip to the Historical Society that our third graders, I think it was, took recently?
Yeah, our third graders, when you look at the third grade social studies curriculum, a big focus of the curriculum is learning about your local community and your local history and how that changes over time. And we are very fortunate that Amherst has a wonderful historical society with excellent volunteers. And they've allowed us for several years now to bring our third grade students down. The students tour Quigley Museum and see some great artifacts about Amherst history and just history in general. They participate in a mock one-room schoolhouse class, and that is always fun for the kids. And they also tour the different buildings on the Historical Society land, and it's great. It's a wonderful experience for the kids.
Well, and it sounds like a wonderful experience, and I know our junior high students actually just returned from a trip to Washington, D.C. Mrs. Neuhoff, can you share a little bit about that trip as well?
That trip was wonderful as well. The first day we get there, the students go to the Arlington Cemetery. They see the changing of the guards. The next morning we get up, we go to the Capitol building where the school takes a picture. We go to the Holocaust Museum, which ties in with one of the 8th grade books that the students read in class prior to us going. It's called Night, and it's a story. It's a memoir of a Jewish teen who ends up in a concentration camp, so it's a great connection. The students love going there. We go to the American History Museum, the Natural History Museum, the National Archives. In the evening, we go to medieval times where the students see the horses and the jousting, and they actually have to eat their meal with their fingers and no utensils, so it's a wonderful experience. And then on our way back, we stop at Gettysburg, and they get to go on the battlefield. We have a 2-hour tour of the battlefields, and just brings all of the things that they're learning about in school just up front. And it's learning about the past in order to understand the present, and it helps the students really shape the future. So it's an incredible experience for them, and I have to say they are so well behaved. They love the trip. We were at the Vietnam Memorial, and there were some students that were shaking hands with some vets that were there. Some were in wheelchairs, all in their uniforms, and I witnessed a couple students shaking their hand and telling them thank you for serving our country. So it's an amazing trip.
Yeah. Well, great, and thank you so much for sharing. These are wonderful opportunities for our students, and again, thank you for being a part of today's program. And as always, thank you most of all to our viewing audience for tuning in, and please know that we are always committed to providing high-quality educational experiences for our students, and at the same time remaining fiscally responsible. Again, thank you, and go Comets!